Welcome back to another video. This is the trade I took yesterday. Let's break it down. There was 10 p.m. news for USD. We had CPI year to year, month to month. I didn't really care too much, even though this is quite high impact. It's 10 p.m., which is 6 hours after market open. I hopefully won't be in a trade then. But yeah, I'm trading both pairs. New York session, it had a nice enough retrace to the upside and then started breaking down. Asia session didn't do too much, but it was going down, and then pre-market went down even more. So I was honestly looking for longs because there's been all this down moves. The only reason we could go short is because of this up move and this slight consolidation during Asia session, and then this is kind of past Asia session. EU looked a lot better to the downside because New York session consolidated, Asia broke down, pre-market was in this fair value gap, and then rejection candle on the hourly. 4 hour, GU 4 hour hadn't broke structure yet either, which a bit strange. So currently I'm looking for longs when I first got on, but GU just kept going down. Market opens, and this is heavy movement. London session moved 40 pips in an hour, 50 pips. Yeah, in an hour and 10 minutes, it moved 48 pips, which is a lot for London session. So these candles, they're very high volume. Kept going down, there was a fair value gap there, ended up breaking structure slightly, but no longs out of that. Asia low, completely disrespected, so I had this 4 hour and hourly low marked out, which that ain't even getting respected. It's continuing down, it's rejecting off that fair value gap. EU at least had this hourly gap pre-market to go off on the high time frame. GU didn't have anything. So after EU broke structure to the upside, but didn't give me any long positions. It did fake me out a couple of times. I was literally about to go long right here, but price just dumped down to here and then continued down. So I was, okay, I'll wait it out. And then I would have got stopped out instantly. However, there was, during this break of structure, an 5-minute equilibrium and fair value gap retrace. There was a fair value gap there also, which I was kind of looking at to go long. Because yeah, the bias, it was hard to find a bias today because the trend is obviously very bearish, but I'm not sure if there's been enough up moves to go down, especially on GU. But on EU, it had the better moves. This 5-minute gap. Here, this is where I should have gone short, and I actually did think about it. I should have gone short off of this break of structure on the 1 minute out of this, but because it was just going lower into this 5-minute gap, I didn't. Wait. And then, oh, dang it. Well, I'll show you this later. But remember this fair value gap and break of structure there. Now, for the 5-minute price action, disrespected that fair value gap. We got 1 minute equilibrium, big candles out, I went short, stop loss around 3 pips, this fair value gap ended up getting respected. We were in looking good. GU kept going down, but let's see. Yeah, it kept going down. However, there was this very good draw on the 4 hour, that heavy low right there. And then all this had was fair value gaps. End of this 4 hour gap, that's where my take profit was, and then that was hourly gaps marked out, and a 4 hour low there. So after that got swept on GU, I should have tightened my stop loss or even brought it to break even, because this is kind of a low confluence trade. The bias is hard to find. The trend, it's unlikely it's gonna continue down. And GU sweeping that major liquidity, it needs a retrace as well. I should have at least moved stop loss there. But because the last couple trades I've been tightening my stop loss, and it's been making me lose trades even though they end up winning, I haven't been trailing my stop loss. But this trade, I should have been reading price, and I should have done that. Anyways, this was good risk management on this trade. I need to poo so bad. But, so I'm not really mad about losing this. And what I should have done was this 5 minute gap, because if this gets respected, it goes up, I can take longs. So just in case, because GU is going down and we're going down off of this 5 minute equilibrium and fair value gap, I could have gone short here, and even if price goes up, it's out of the fair value gap, and then I can just go long. And this trade would have hit, but I was just thinking about entering, but then it like got all the way down here, like 5 pips there. So let's see, how tight could I add my stop loss? 3.5 pips. Oh, that would not have hit. 4 pip stop loss there. And then you can see the same take profit would have hit, even if the risk reward's a bit worse. But if I had actually entered on the breakup structure there, the risk reward's the same, 1 to 3. Same take profit, but I saw that and I was thinking of targeting here, and I'm like 1 to 2, the risk reward's not there. But I could have targeted there around 15 pips. And yeah, that was the trade. That's what I could have learned from it. I'm gonna end this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.